Hello. What a nice warm welcome. I'm visiting all the way from New Orleans. Anybody heard of it? I grew up in the Midwest, and so visiting from New Orleans it's fun to come back here because moving to New Orleans was weird. I moved there from the Midwest, and everyone's like, you're going to love the festivals here. You've got Decadence. You've got Essence Fest. You've got Jazz Fest. We've got Shrimp and Petroleum Festival. And I was like, oh, you're just messing with me with that last. You're pranking, and they're like, no, that's real. It's real. It is the longest running festival in Louisiana, is Shrimp and Petroleum Festival. Over 100 years of celebrating shrimp and petroleum. And I've just never heard of a festival before that's like a food everybody loves and a problematic commerce of the area. I was born in Ohio, and I'm not like, come on down to Corn and Fentanyl Fest. We love it. I'm like, I like fentanyl, but I'm not gonna wait in line for it. You can get it cheaper outside the fest. You can get it cheaper outside the fest. I don't do fentanyl. My favorite combo of drugs actually is, I work from home, I work for myself. So my favorite combo of drugs is a ton of caffeine and a little bit of weed. Yeah, call that business casual. It's a nice combo. You do enough of that, and then you go on your friends, they have real jobs, and you get into their webinars, and you just root for them. You just encourage them. You're just in the chat, and they're like, they gotta text you separately and be like, get out of the chat. Stop encouraging me, please. Stop telling me my hair's so shiny, I'm at work. I'm like, well then, stop shining so hard. Try that. I went to the bank the other day, relatable comedy. I was at the bank, and the teller asked me if I was a homeowner. And I was like, are you trying to kiss? That is so flattering when you are a renter. That is really nice. Because I had to correct him. I'm like, sir, I am here with a loose handful of cash to cover up an overdraft. So what about this does not reek of renter? This is a renter problem. I am not a homeowner. I have a lord of my land, and he's a bad guy. I don't like him. I have a backyard, or I pay him monthly to borrow his backyard, and he has cameras all over the backyard, which it didn't bother me at first. That's correct to go, ew. But at first I was like, he doesn't live on the property, so that's fine. He needs to keep an eye on, in case crime happens, he'll need to check the footage. And then one day, he says to me, you get home late. I know. He goes, you get home late a lot. I know. So now I know he watches the cameras every night. And that changes everything, right? Because now I know I have an audience. And that's great for me. I'm nothing if not a performer. So if you like me tonight, please come see my one-woman show in New Orleans. It happens every night in front of my landlord's security cameras. It's a little artsy. It's a little avant-garde. What I like to do is I just stand in front of it for about 3 hours, just staring into it, and I whisper his name. And the whole time I'm just rubbing jam on my belly. Yeah. There's nothing in my lease that says I can't be a creepy little freak, Milton. I'm gonna do it. I am on a series of pills to regulate my mood. Anybody else? Anybody else? Walgreens has been on something lately. I don't know if anyone else uses them as your pharmacy. I was out of my antidepressants, and apparently they were too, because they called me when it was time for the refill, and they just said, oh yeah, we can give you 3 pills. And I'm like, you are a medical place. Why are you selling me pills like a corner store sells me loose batteries? This is unacceptable. And there's just a long pause on the line, and they're like, are you gonna come get them? I was like, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm on my way, I need them. And then when I showed up, they dropped them on the floor and made me crawl around and get them. Called me a sad little piggy the whole time. Not the customer service I'm looking for. I have kind of a hard year. I've had a sad year. My dog died this year. Awful. Thank you. I knew you'd be sweeties about it. My dog died, and he lived a great long life. He was a wonderful dog. But I have a weird thing happening now where, like, friends of mine are like, oh, is it hard to be around my dog? Because it makes you miss your dog. And I'm like, thank you for thinking of me. That's really nice. But, like, your dog sucks. So, no. Your dog looks like Elon Musk. Like, why would that make me miss my perfect dog? Like, thank you. That's really sweet. But, like, when I see bird shit, I don't miss ice cream. You know? Like, it's that level. People grieve in their own ways. They grieve in their own ways. I like to grieve my dog by messing with people walking their dogs. I like to misbreed their dog on purpose. It gets in their head. I'll just go up and be like, oh, what is that, a Portuguese water ghost? Cute dog, cute dog. Oh, is that Siberian numbnuts? Very smart breed. Very smart breed. I still love dogs, though. I think if I wasn't a comedian, I do think I'd want to be like a dog groomer. I think that'd be a cute job. I don't want to, like, wash them or brush them. I just want to, like, train younger dogs to date older dogs. Just want to groom them. I was raised Catholic. I would be so good at it. I am a natural at the facility. I'd be amazing. I do want to get to know you all a little bit better. Clap it up if you've ever done, like, cosplay or been in a Comic-Con, at a Comic-Con. Okay, so we got 5 people. Everyone else here is just a jock then, okay? Everyone else is like, no, I'm too busy fucking my cheerleader girlfriend. I like cosplay stuff. I'm into it. My favorite one, though, I've never seen one as good as one I saw outside of Comic-Con. My favorite cosplay I ever saw was when my very sluttiest friend got married in the church. Oh, that's so fun. She did great. When you see a slutty friend get married when they're in their 30s, it is so beautiful because you've seen them hoe for over a decade. I'm pro hoe too. I am nothing but just impressed by this woman. She would just, like, leave her house with just, like, a stick and a bindle full of condoms and just be like, don't wait up. And then last summer, her and Derek made a promise to Jesus. And it was just amazing. In front of just hundreds of people. She did great too. She did perfect. Her outfit was like pure virgin white, big poofy virgin white dress. She knew all the moves. She was like really nailing the moves. And I didn't object at this wedding at all because she has always been amazing at kneeling and lying to men. And so when she like did the thing with the priest, I'm like, you're nailing it, yes. I don't also get why people object at weddings still. Like, I don't understand why people have that be, like, weddings are a very expensive party. And like a lifelong contract. There's like a business part to it. And I don't understand if we're spending like thousands of dollars on sealing the deal on a lifelong contract. Everybody's like, anybody wanna ruin this real quick? Anybody just wanna destroy this whole thing? Like, you've just never seen any other business deal like that. You've never seen, like, just like $1 million merger, and they're like, well, I'm glad that we could make this all come together. I'm just gonna sign here on the dotted line. Hard night of negotiating. I'm just gonna sign right here unless one of you is drunk and in love with me. Start a new life together. Run away right now. No? I'll sign. Okay, I'll sign. Disappointed. I'm happy to be in a place with an aquarium because I feel like I have a great date advice for everyone here. Does your aquarium have a stingray tank? Yes. Yes, okay, we have one person that knows for sure. I love that. You're like, I was just there. If your aquarium has a stingray tank, this is where you take a first date, no matter what. Here's why. I know you're confused, but I'll explain it. At a stingray tank, all you're allowed to do is you can't touch the stingrays. You are allowed to put 2 fingers into the tank, and then the stingrays have to come to you. And so you get to be there with a first date, not only with the chance that you might get to touch a stingray, but you get to look at them and see how good they are at consent. Because they're not allowed to reach in for it, right? They just have to hold it back up here. So you get to test it. And those stingrays kind of look like, I mean, they're in the tank. They look like they want it. But you're not allowed to reach in. That's why, like, if I get anybody home, I want to finger them, I just put 2 fingers out. And I'm like, you got to come to me. I got to know that you want it. And I am not changing the angle. It's just going to be like this. So it's going to be good. You guys have been so much fun. Thank you so much. I'm Laura Sanders.